where a massive earthquake has struck Russia's far east. An 8.8 magnitude tremor that set off a tsunami in the northern Pacific region has prompted warnings for Alaska, Hawaii and south towards New Zealand. Tsunami warning sirens blared in Honolulu and people moved to higher grounds. The Japan Meteorological Agency has said a first tsunami wave of about 30 centimeters, which is about 1 foot, reached Numero on the eastern coast of Hokkaido. Damages and evacuations were reported in the Russian region nearest the quake's epicenter of Kamchatka Peninsula. The first tsunami wave hit the coastal area of Severo-Kurilsk, the main settlement of Russia's Kuril Island in the Pacific. According to the local governor, Valery, and he said that the residents were safe and staying on high ground until the threat of a repeat wave was gone. My colleague Aditya joins us on the broadcast to give us more on this. Aditya, we can see the visuals on our screens. It's not a small magnitude. We're speaking of something in the 8 figures as far as the magnitude is concerned. What exactly is the current situation on the ground? Which regions have been predominantly impacted?
Well, absolutely, Sabri. It's considered one of the most very dangerous earthquake in the history of earthquakes. 8.8 magnitude Richter scale earthquake means that it has created some great adverse impact in and around Russia and in the Kamchatka region of Russia. And purportedly, some videos are going viral on the social media wherein some cars are are being seen which they are shaking very very hard due to this massive earthquakes. And the alarms, tsunami alert alarms have been going on in the for Alaska and Japan. Such alarms have been going on. It is a very one of the kindergarten building has collapsed in Russia due to this massive earthquake that has hit the Kamchatka region in the Russian region. So at this juncture, all the concerned teams are taking actions. Are taking ensure that they quickly get stock of the situation and take control of the situation. Otherwise, there has been a massive damage in and around this Kamchatka region in Russia, and the tsunami alert for Japan, Alaska has also been sounded due to this. Yes.
Absolutely. Aditya, stay on with us. We are tracking the situation minute by minute, and the breaking news that we're tracking at this point of time is that several people have been injured in Russia's far east after the earthquake which struck the remote Kamchatka Peninsula. The state's new agency has reported that. We're of course looking at what the news agencies, local news agencies have to say on that front. Some sustained injuries while evacuating, including a woman who jumped off a window. The region's health minister has said that all of them are in satisfactory conditions. No serious injuries have been reported at this point of time, is the statement that is issued. Aditya, we now of course know for a fact an 8.8 magnitude, complete jolt. We can see the visual on our screen. We now know that there are people who've been injured as well. An example of that woman who jumped off a window after the earthquake rocked the region.
Well, absolutely. I mean, people are now many people have been injured in this earthquake because the magnitude of the earthquake is such 8.8. It is a very huge magnitude earthquake. I mean, it seems, and as far as the general definition goes, if the epicenter of an earthquake is very deep, then there will be minimal damage. However, if the epicenter is not very deep and it is shallow, then maximum destruction will be there in and around there the epicenter, where the epicenter of the earthquake is. And it appears that this 8.8 magnitude that has hit the Kamchatka Peninsula in Russia seems that the epicenter of this particular earthquake is shallow, and that is why many people are injured. As you mentioned, one person was also seen jumping out of a window. So we can expect further damage due to this earthquake in and around Russia and in the major cities of the Russia which are around this Kamchatka Peninsula. However, it needs to be seen, how the teams on the ground will, how the disaster management